Hi, and welcome to Lesson 4.2. Lesson 4.2 is on partial quotients division, which is just another way to divide. Our objective for the lesson is we will review partial quotients and discuss fact families. So we want to get started on that. So our objective is fact families, and I wrote families, so I apologize because it is fact families on this one. So on this page, we're going to be dealing with fact families. So it says, which three numbers are in the following fact family? And hopefully you said 6 times 7 equals 42. So I know, and if I look down here, my dividend is 42, my divisor is 7, and my quotient is 6. So that is the numbers in that fact family. So with our fact families, it's really important to remember how we can work these, and really we can do 6 times 7, which is right above it, equals 42. We can do 7 times 6, which equals 42. We can do 42 divided by 7 equals 6, or we can do 42 divided by 6 equals 7. And that's how a fact family works. So it says, let's try another fact family. Which three numbers are in this fact family? So it says 9 times 6 equals A. Now remember, when you come into class, I'd like you to bring what is A equals what, but also write down the fact family so it looks like this over here, okay? So write down those 4 problems so that you know how to do the fact families. All right, let's move on. So our math message is partial quotients. This is Amy is 127 days older than Bob. How many weeks is that? We're looking for friendly numbers that are multiples of 10 or 100. And remember how I talked about 10? It makes it easier when we're trying to multiply. So before we do that, though, I would like us to look at this, our directions and how we figure out numbers. And it says a guide for solving number stories. It says learning to solve problems is the main reason for studying mathematics. One way you learn to solve problems is by solving number stories. A number story is a story with a problem that can be solved with arithmetic, another name for math. So one is understanding the problem. So you read it. Can you retell it in your own words? What is it asking you? What is it asking you to find out? What do you know? And do you have all the information you need? And if you don't, it's really going to be hard to solve. You can't solve it. Then you have to make your plan. I'm going to plan what to do. Is the problem like one I've solved before? Is there a pattern I can use? Can I draw a picture or a diagram? Can I write a number model or make a table? Can you use counters, base 10 blocks, or some other tools that we may have? Can you estimate the answer and check it? And check to see if you're right, because that's another important thing to do. Okay, and then carry out the plan. After you decide what you're going to do, be careful, make a written record of what to do, and answer the question. And then finally, it wants you to look back. And I know this is an area that we're not real good at. We don't want to look back. We want to keep moving because we want to get it done. But it's really important to look back and ask yourself, does my answer make sense? Could this even be possible? Does your answer agree with your estimate? Can you write a number model for the problem? And can you solve the problem in another way? All of those things are good. And then it says a guide, and it's just 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, it's basically understanding the problem, planning what to do, carrying it out, and looking back. Okay? Understanding the problem is an important step. Good problem solvers make sure they really understand the problem. And that's really true. And sometimes it's easy to know what to do. Other times you need to be really creative and think. It's going to really take some time to figure it out. Well, let's get started on this one. So if I want to use friendly numbers and I want to use 10 or 100, well, I know I can't use 100 because 7 times 100 is 700. So I am going to use 10. I'm going to start with 10. So I'm going to do 7 times 10. And I'm going to write my 10 over here. And I know that's 70. Okay? So then I'm going to subtract my 70. Okay? So if I subtract, I get 7